Well, hello! My name is Honey LaBronx, and yes, that's my wig. What's that? A curl sticking up on the top of my wig? Why, thank you for telling me. I wish someone had told me, but I guess no one saw. All that matters now is it's gonna be there for the entire episode. So you may as well get used to it now. Go ahead, laugh. Get it out of your system. Better? Good. On with the show.
Well, hello, and welcome to the kitchen. My name is Honey LaBronx, and yes, I'm vegan. So glad you noticed. You can check out my cooking show at vegandragqueen.com. You can listen to my podcast at bigfatveganradio.com. And you can check out some of my world-famous medieval oil at medievaloil.com. Today, I have a very special friend of mine who wanted to come and make me her very, very favorite vegan recipe. So I would love to welcome to the show my good friend, actor, Eilis Cahill. Eilis, welcome to the show!
Thank you.
How are you? I love my what?
Elephant.
You have an elephant?
No.
Well, what happened to your elephant?
It's an album.
He's an album?
No,
He's a singer?
It's a song on an album that I like. I'm sorry.
Eilis, what are you going to make for us today?
Well, this sweet potato, today we're using yams, but it's a sweet potato chili, Chipotle.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, Chipotle. We're going south of the border.
Yeah.
Arriba.
Mm-hmm.
Arriba.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's Spanish for country music. Country music. That's where Reba McEntire got her name from.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, what do we need to do? I have never made vegan chili before.
Well, why don't you make it and I'll supervise?
Oh dear, I don't even know how I would begin to go about that. My fans are going to be so excited for this episode.
Okay.
Because so far, we've made almond milk, we've made vegan meat, we've made some desserts, some smoothies. We have yet to make a meal. I have yet to feed you. I have given you a faux fish, but I have not yet taught you how to not fish. We'll veganize that idiom. So okay, tell me what I have to do here.
Okay, so heat up some olive oil in that skillet there.
So this is about 1 tablespoon of olive oil.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. And now I'm going to get that simmering
Yep.
over a medium
Medium.
heat. Medium.
Yeah.
So let's just turn these fancy. I can never figure out these fancy
Me neither,
ones.
they're really complicated.
This is actually called a cooktop.
A cooktop?
A cooktop. When it's all fancy like this with the knobs as big as doorknobs, it's called a cooktop. So I've got high, medium, low. What would we set this on to simmer? Would you say a medium?
I would say medium, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to put on medium.
So there you go.
All right, here we go. So I'm going to get that going. And now what's next? Is it ready yet?
The onions. You're going to put in the onions. Yeah, no, it's almost ready.
The onions. We're going to add the onions.
And then about 2 hours of
Okay.
simmering. And
Now,
then
how many onions have we got here?
a cup. About 1 yellow onion.
Can you use any kind of onion?
Yeah, yellow, white. I wouldn't use a red onion.
Okay, so that's 1 cup of onions.
Good job.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Positive reinforcement is
Yeah.
one very special ingredient.
It makes the taste better.
It makes it taste a lot better, yeah. So we've got that simmering now. We're going to leave that for about how long?
About 6 minutes. You
About
want
6
the
minutes.
onions to be a little bit brown.
Okay, and what are we adding next?
The next thing that we do is we stir in the spices. We have some coriander,
Okay.
ground
Ooh.
coriander, a tablespoon, and we have some chili pepper.
Okay, so
A tablespoon and a half of that.
a tablespoon and a half of chili powder.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And how much coriander?
1 tablespoon.
Oh, okay. Here we go. And
And then stir that for 1 minute.
so we're going to stir this for 1 minute.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. I'm a firm believer that while you are cooking for your family, you can also work on your family at the same time. You just want to keep the hips shaking, 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 shaking. And when you feel the first bead of sweat on your forehead, you know that it's been about a minute.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
So now they're starting to yell at me. I'm starting to hear like Rice Krispies treats, kind of.
Right,
They're
right.
kind of like,
So
they're kind of saying a little something to me.
So the next thing we're gonna do is put in the
Ooh.
tomatoes, and they're real wet.
They
So
were
make
sa-
the
that's what-
Rice Krispie ones go away.
They were telling me that they were a little lonely, so we're going to add how much? Oh my God, that's a lot of tomatoes.
It sure is.
How much would you say that is?
Well, it's over 4 cups.
It's like four cups of
Yeah.
tomatoes, diced, chopped, however you like. We're gonna add that in. Ooh, this is when it's gonna start to get good.
And then you should put in the garlic.
The garlic right away?
I
Okay.
would.
So we're gonna add the tomatoes. And how much garlic is this?
It's 5 cloves.
5
Minced.
cloves.
Yeah.
Minced. Now I noticed that you don't have this put through like a garlic press. You just have this kind of chopped up minced.
Coarsely chopped.
Okay, beautiful. So there we go. And
It looks nice.
you look
You
nice.
look nice. And it smells nice.
Well, thank you. You smell nice too.
You do too.
I know. I have a secret weapon. That's medievaloil.com.
I love medieval oil.
You are one of my biggest clients. Eilish actually lives in Brazil now. Brazil, which is also south of the border. Brazil and Mexico, they're similar but different. And she just ordered a whole bunch of medieval oil. Oh my God! They're coming. They're sending me back to Brazil.
Yeah.
I vouch for her. I vouch for this one. Can we do that? Does that work if I vouch for her? You can't? Okay. So these tomatoes aren't giving off so much liquid. So should we add some water to that?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, so how much water are we
Here's a
adding
little
here?
bit. Use your discretion. We just don't want the beans to be dry.
We want to
Like
give the
sitting
beans a
there
little
dry.
something to soak up, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so here,
We're going
tomatoes.
to add plenty of water soon.
Come and
So
get it.
don't.
Okay. We can always hose it down later.
Okay.
So for now,
We're
gonna
also
get that
gonna put in
going.
the chipotle pepper.
Oh, I love chipotle.
I do too.
I just call it chipotle because I think it
Chipotle?
sounds funnier. So go ahead and add, which do you want to add next? The
We're gonna add
beans?
the beans first and then the chipotle pepper.
Add the beans, and then a little chipotle.
Chipotle.
All right, so we're gonna stir that up. And now, when are these beans gonna start to like cook in and get all saucy?
Well, that's gonna happen after we put in the water. So we're just gonna mix all this stuff together for just 1 minute.
Okay.
And then we're
You're
gonna
not
add
rushing
in-
me, are you?
No,
Okay.
I didn't mean it in a
Because
hostile.
I'm gonna take my time.
I didn't mean that in
I don't appreciate you taking out your aggression on me.
I wasn't. I was.
Okay.
I was just talking about how to make this stuff.
Okay. Excellent.
Okay.
Beautiful. All right. I'm glad we were able to work that out.
Me too.
This really felt like an Oprah moment where we bring people on to a reality show, a talk show, to work out their problems
Okay.
in front of a studio audience. Would you be so angry if someone ever just brought you onto a show like, I want us to work this out? So I figured Montel could help us, and the studio audience is now going to yell at us both.
That's not.
Who
what
thinks
you're
that's helpful? Who thinks that's helpful? I
Nobody.
certainly don't. I
Oh.
don't. So we're gonna leave that going for about a minute.
doing. Okay. And then the next thing that we're gonna do is add 5 cups of water.
5 cups of water.
Yes. After that minute.
This is smelling really tomatoey. I like it.
And it smells. The chipotle pepper is really delicious.
Chipotle.
Chipotle. I'm
Chipotle.
sorry. The
Okay.
chipotle.
Yeah, it's fine. You're learning.
Can I say something?
Say it, Sister Margareta.
When you're cooking it, you can. A lot of what we have is a chipotle pepper
Chipotle.
in adobo sauce. So you can keep tasting it. If you like a lot of heat, you can take this sauce that's in the can, and you can just add drops of it.
Just the actual liquid from there.
Yes.
Ooh,
It's
nice.
Very, very strong.
Now I don't like mine too spicy, so we wanna leave that out if we don't want it as spicy.
Yes.
Okay.
It's really just for the people who love a lot of spice.
Excellent.
And then we need 1 more cup of water.
And 1 more cup of water. Now why the extra cup of water?
Because this measuring cup only holds 4 cups, and we need 5.
That's excellent reasoning.
Yeah.
Excellent. You've convinced me.
Yeah.
Have at it.
Okay.
Can't argue with sound logic, huh?
No.
All right. So now we're gonna leave this for
For about 2 hours.
2 hours.
I told you.
I don't know that I got that kind of time.
I told you in the email that I sent you about it.
Okay, so we are gonna let this simmer for about
About 90 minutes.
about 90 minutes. Okay, and because the beans that we put in here are still dry.
Yes.
Just like my throat while I'm getting over this laryngitis, which is why I sound this way. I've not gone all lesbian on you. I am not giving you peppermint patty fantasy house down boots. I am not turning a fierce Kirstie Alley, and I am not a young Lindsay Lohan in Mean Girls. But if I did know any lines from that movie, like I should, like a responsible gay, I would be able to do a really good Lindsay Lohan impersonation right now. Anyone know a good line from Dreamgirls?
Word vomit.
What is it?
Oh no, that's Mean Girls.
Mean Girls. That's what I meant to say is Mean Girls.
Word vomit. That's.
Could you imagine if Lindsay Lohan was in Dreamgirls?
That would be.
That would be a really
worse.
arresting. And I am telling you, I'm not going. And I am telling you, I'm not going to jail. Is what and I am telling you, I'm not going to jail. Oh yes, you are. All right, so.
That's a good idea.
You're a good idea.
You were a good idea.
I was.
Were you a planned?
Actually, it's so funny that you asked me that because I was about to volunteer it. My mom, when she thought she was pregnant with me, or embarazada, if you're speaking Mexican, my mom, when my mom thought she was pregnant with me, she ended up having her visitor about a month later. So she was so sad because she thought she was with child and found out she was not with child. And then I just came, then the next time was a lucky time. So I can't bear to think who I might have been if I had been born a month or so earlier. I might not have been Honey LaBronx. Could you imagine? Can you imagine that moment when my mom looked down and between her knees, this big drag queen is coming out of her and she's like, "Oh, welcome to the world, queen. Hey." There's a special ward in the maternity ward where they deliver drag babies. Yeah, it's different. You see a lot of things. You see a lot of things in the drag maternity ward. I tell you, drag mothers meeting their drag daughters for the first time. It's beautiful. Do you have a drag mother?
Not that I know. I thought you were my drag mother.
Well, you've never done drag before, have you?
No. Oh, okay. No, I misunderstood what drag mother.
Oh, well, a drag mother is like a fairy godmother who takes you underneath her wing.
I thought you were.
And turns you out into the fierce queen that you were meant to be.
Okay.
So while we wait 90 minutes for this chili, I'm gonna give you a little makeover.
Okay.
Boom.
90 minutes later.
Presto changeo. Instant drag makeover, huh? What do you think? We gotta give you a drag name. Ella?
Yeah.
Ella Menno P. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ella Menno P. So, we're gonna finish up our recipe. So, what's next? This is finished simmering. This is done about, what, 90 minutes on the stove? Okay. So next we're gonna do what now?
Put in the yams.
Okay, so we're gonna add our yams. So I'm gonna take these here.
And you can use sweet potatoes if you want, or pumpkin cubes, just about this big. And
Okay.
I like to add carrots and sweet corn.
Okay, beautiful. Ooh, I like the corn. So we're gonna add the yams. So I'm gonna stir that in. Now, does this need any more water?
Yeah, that's why I was just filling this measure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So while this was cooking on the stove for 90 minutes, we actually added a little bit of extra water while it was cooking down. Ailish, how much water would you say we added while this was cooking?
At this point, probably 4 cups.
Is that like a hard and fast rule, or do you just kind of eyeball it?
You have to eyeball it. You
Eyeball
have to make
it.
sure that.
Which doesn't mean put your eyeballs in the actual stew, because that would really hurt.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and add a little bit more water.
Okay. You just want to make sure that there's enough liquid for the vegetables to cook.
Okay. So what do we add next?
I would add the corn and the carrots,
Beautiful.
and then set the timer for about 30 minutes.
So we got some chopped carrots here.
Cha-ching.
What did you call me? And next, we got some corn. You like corn? Old Stropin family joke. Better off dead. John Hughes. Was that a John Hughes movie? So we're gonna add our corn next. Is this sweet corn you said?
It is. It's really delicious.
Okay.
You should taste a kernel,
That is really sweet.
right?
Where do you get this? How is this different than regular corn?
Well, if you go to a farmer's market or to a Whole Foods and look for the local
Mm.
section of.
That's really delicious. It's actually very sweet, different than normal corn. We're gonna add that. And about how much is that?
Well, it's 3 ears.
There we go. So that's all of our ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm working my hips, of course, as I'm stirring.
Me too.
And what next?
Now you just bring it to a boil, and I think it's probably almost there.
Okay.
And then just go ahead and put the lid back on with a crank because it's getting pretty full.
Lid
and then
back
just
on.
let it simmer again and set the timer for 30 more minutes.
Okay. So lid back on.
Mm-hmm.
Bring it to a boil.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. And wait 30 more minutes.
30 minutes later.
So we brought that to a boil, and then we reduced it to a simmer and let that simmer for 30 minutes. And now, let's see what we've got.
It looks really pretty.
You
We
look
already
really pretty.
You do too.
Oh my God, Marie. That smells delicious.
It does.
Oh my God, I can't wait for this to cool off so we can eat this.
Yeah.
Well, Eilis, thank you so much. This looks just heavenly.
Good. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And Happy New Year?
I'm not sure.
Oh, no. Oh, not that New Year. I just meant, I don't know when they're watching this.
Oh.
These are bowls. These are bowls. Beautiful. Fräulein Sally bowls, huh? It's a, okay, fine. Here we are. Oh my God, that's delicious.
Yeah?
I could eat this every single day and every single night.
You should.
And there you have it. One delicious bowl of Chipotle Chili.
And it tastes even better the next day.
You know, I think one great idea would be to serve this over grains like a light fluffy quinoa or some kind of a pasta
rice,
or
yeah.
rice. Yeah, anything. That would be
Couscous.
delicious. Couscous. Who you calling couscous?
You.
Thank you, really, for joining us. And have a safe flight back to Brazil.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for dropping by my good little cooking show and gracing us with your presence.
Thank
And
you.
now, we're going to leave you.
She could hardly stop crying long enough for us to make a proper diagnosis, but she's very good at crying.
Yeah. Welcome to my life. And the doctor has recommended that we move you to the psych ward. And they're going to give you the full VIP treatment. You are going to be like the Tom Cruise of crazy people.
I mean, that doesn't really work.
Why not?
Because Tom Cruise is the Tom Cruise of crazy.
Okay, fine. You're going to be the Tom Hanks of crazy people.
right.
Does
You
that
know
work?
what?
Daughters? You have two,
Yes, I
right?
have two. And one is called Casey, and she's really sweet.
You're a little prick.
And then there's Connie.
What's her story? She's she seems pretty cool.
Do you ever look in the mirror and you feel like you're so ugly, you deserve to have somebody slap you in the face?
Yeah. We've been sort of like having a rocky relationship. You know, my husband hates me and my daughters hate me.
Casey doesn't hate you.
And I worry about them a lot, you know. Actually, pretty much all day I worry about them. No, well, I pretty much, literally all day and every day.
And there you have it. One delicious bowl of homemade vegan yam potato soup. Or you could do yam potato.
Or it's okay.
Yam potato. Okay. One last time. The third time is a charm. Why? Because I'm charming. Okay. And ready and. I'm just enjoying watching you in a freeze frame right now. I'm so sorry I had to do that just for me. I'm just watching you in a tableau.
I was just watching you.
Just for my own amusement. Okay, and really this time, here we go.